So I'm here with my daughters, Ayana and Jaden, and we are here to finish up the series Confidence Building 101. And we are going to be doing part 4 of that today. So we did the first 3 parts. The first part was from my perspective, the second was from Ayana's, and the third was from Jaden's. This final part is going to be just us giving you guys tips, mothers with like daughters out there who you've noticed that their self-esteem is kind of low, or they're, you just need ways or tips on how to help build and boost their self-esteem and their self-confidence. Well, you came to the right place. We decided to put these tips together. We kind of did it together, and a little teamwork there. And yeah, we're just going to go over them really quickly. So the first tip is to be open and transparent, and I think that that's very important. It's important for you as a mother or a father to be open with your child.
Child and have open discussions. They shouldn't feel afraid to tell you certain things or want to talk to you about certain things.
If they do,
because your mom and your dad, they always got your back. So,
What were you saying?
If they do, feel scared to tell you something, then that's pretty bad. Because if they don't get it out, then it's gonna get them back later.
That, or they might
just
make a bad decision, on their own. Or, So I think it's
head.
very important to be open and transparent and show them that you have flaws and faults too, and that you're not a perfect person, and it's okay for them to come to you. Right? So tip number 2 is to remember that you were their age once as well, and that's really important, because sometimes as parents we can kind of get to a certain point where we're like,
oh my god, but you're like,
wait, but you never did
I was
that, or right.
Too.
So I actually try to remember that a lot. I try to be empathetic in all situations, but mainly definitely when it comes to my children. And remember, I was 9 once, I was 14 once. So yeah, it's important to remember that you weren't perfect at their age, and you probably made some decisions that you regret and things like that. So that actually will help strengthen your bond as well, if they know that you remember that you were their age once, you made some mistakes, and it's important to open up and talk about those things and be open. Number 3 is exhibit positivity and exhibit your own self-love and your own self-confidence.
Because it's like when your parents show self-love for themselves, it kind of affects you too.
In a positive way, though.
In a positive, of course, yeah.
Like Jaden, I don't know if you feel the same way, but you see me kind of trying to take care of myself, or because I always
That makes me try doing it.
Try doing the same thing. Yeah, I think that's
always
really
being
important.
Positive.
That's good. Yeah. So the 4th one would be to definitely, I try to remind my girls of their own beauty. So number 4 is to remind your daughters of their own beauty.
Know that there's no one
else like them. They are going to compare. So be
Diana.
prepared for that, like as they get older or even a younger age.
They might have the same name, but they won't be just like you.
Right. So there'll be, 50 million Jadens out there, but there's only one Jaden. This Jaden here, right? Yeah. Or there's multiple Ayanas at your school, actually. You share your name with a lot of people, but that's just your name. That's not who you are. So it's, again, remind them of their own beauty. They will compare. We all have compared in the past. And just try to remind them that, hey, there's only one you. So don't waste your time trying to be somebody else. Because it's such a waste of time. It really is. It's a waste of a life, really. So be you and do you. Okay? And be shameless and unapologetic about it. So number 5 is to be present. And that's probably one of the most important ones. You want to be present. You want to, just let them know that you're there, and that your door is always open for any type of discussion, any question, anything that they want to say or ask or do that you might
support for sports.
Which leads me to my next one. Number 6 is to keep your daughters as active as possible, whether it be sports, other after school activities like debate.
Council.
Yeah, student council.
Cheer for them, encourage them, motivate them, instead of just going, oh yeah, your friends can pick you up. Yeah, this. Yeah, I can't go. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be present. You want to make sure that they stay in these types of activities.
Show you care.
And show you care, yeah. And I think that these activities also build confidence in different ways, like a more team environment. I played sports and stuff growing up, and I know that that helped me a lot. Although it took me a little longer to get to this place that I'm at. I think the sports, if I didn't have that team environment or other people around me boosting me up as well while I was trying to work on myself, then, I mean, goodness, I'd probably still be where I once was. So I'm really thankful for that. And I try to keep the kids as active as possible so that they have that same experience. And it gives them an opportunity to win and shows them that, competing, whether you win or lose, you be a good sport about it. And the next day is a new day. You move on. You don't dwell on those things. It shouldn't change who you are, and it shouldn't change how you feel about yourself. So, those things are important too.
Always keep competitive too. Like keep them in like competition and stuff. I mean, not to make them like feel bad if they lose or anything, but it's just
to give them a chance to win. Yeah,
yeah.
it's fun. Like, yeah, those things.
And also make
really
sure
fun.
you don't pressure them to win, because if they lose, then they still have fun. That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, and that is one thing that I always say to you guys is, well, did you have fun?
Like, do your best, but have fun.
Definitely have fun. Yeah, I never want to force my girls to do something just because I did it. Or I actually know a lot of people who are like that. Like, oh, well, you play basketball. Why isn't she playing basketball? Or this and that, blah, blah, blah. And she never showed any interest in it, so why would I force her? I'm not going to do that. That's not her. That was me. And honestly, after a while, it really wasn't me anymore either. But, that's a topic for another day. I think I've already kind of wrote about that in one of my posts. So moving forward. So the 7th tip is to give praise or positive affirmations. Keep it positive. Keep it as positive as possible. And just give your daughters praise and also give them grace for when they make mistakes and things like that. You have to remember that you're not a perfect being either. And that's right. And that's another part of being open with them. Show them your flaws. Show them that, you have not always been this perfect being.
What do you mean by that? Like, give them grace or...
Grace, like God gives us grace. God gives us grace when we make mistakes, or pretty much making mistakes. He gives us grace by forgiving us, And that's pretty much what parents do as well. We give you guys grace. You make mistakes. I'm still going to love you, like, 1,000 times over. I'm never going to let anything that you do affect that love that I have. Nothing you ever do would probably be able to affect it. So give them grace and show them that, he's up, that you're not a perfect person either. And we have a visitor that's
just got up and
just laid down crying.
He's crying. We're down here, bud. You gonna grab him, babe? All right, well, I'm going to finish up real quick so we can tend to him. So number 8 is make sure that they are taking care of themselves inside and out. And that's pretty much, self-explanatory. Uh-oh. Let me tend to him real quick. Let's see what's going on. We have a visitor. I think somebody had a bad dream. But anyway, so we're going to hurry up and finish this up so that I can get him back in bed, or we can go to bed ourselves. Number 9, we're on number 9, quality time. Quality time is important. I try to separate my time between each one of the children. I do a Mommy Matthias day, a Mommy Ayana day, Mommy Jaden day, and eventually a Mommy Sage day. And I think that's important just for some quality time, and it helps build your bond. Finally, prayer. Prayer is probably is the most important. Prayer changes. Okay, so like I was saying, number 10 was prayer. So that's the 10th tip. And I want to stress how important that is. You pray for your children and your daughters. They're going to be, cousins, aunts, family. But as far as like the confidence building thing, I think it's important because there are going to be a lot of people.
And have God by your side through it.
Mm-hmm. It's important. There are going to be a lot of people and, just trying to spew negativity and there's people out there, guys especially, who can tell when a young lady may not be as confident as they should be, and they take advantage of that. So just pray that your babies are protected, and, you know, keep the F-boys at bay, in so many words.
What do you mean by that, like at bay?
Keep them away. Yeah, because we don't need none of that. Especially while they're working on themselves. They don't need somebody to come in and try to tear them down even more.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what happened to me, to be honest. And it's not a good feeling. So just pray over your babies. And I'm pretty sure my parents were praying over me. Believe me. I believe that. But I had to learn. And some of us do learn the hard way. And I just hope and pray that mine are not, you know, the ones that have to learn the hard way. I feel like I did all that already for them, so.
Yeah, so you already know what happened, what the results were.
Mm-hmm.
You do your best in your life.
Yeah, thank you, baby. And I've done my best, and I'm glad that you noticed. And, you know, the other party, I'm sure, is doing just fine as well. So, that's all the tips we have for you today. And thank you guys for tuning in to the Confidence Building 101 series. That's it. Later. Bye.
Bye.
We still have our visitor here. He's sleeping. Little brat. Peace.